The people of Meath, and this needs to be said, are 100% correct to fight for their hospital services, and their elected representatives are absolutely correct to bring this matter to the floor of the Dáil, and I want to commend Deputies Johnny Girk and Darren O'Rourke to do so. And I would say to the people of Meath and their representatives to keep fighting and to be extremely wary of promises of better services to come at some point in the future, because as someone from County Monaghan, I have to say we've heard this all before. We know what happens to commitments given by Fianna Fáil ministers for health. Look at that for a headline from 2002. Minister assures future of Monaghan Hospital. Who was that minister? None other than the Minister for Health and Children, Micheál Martin TD, gave a categorical assurance in Monaghan on Tuesday that the future of the General Hospital was secure. We're not even allowed to call it a General Hospital anymore. So that is why the scepticism is quite rightly there, because that Minister, Minister Martin, and all those who have come behind him continue to oversee the downgrading of services from our hospital, and always with the promise that better services are to come. Well, we're still waiting because the better services didn't come, Minister. Ask anybody, and there are people, I've talked to people in this situation, they've drove past the gates of Monaghan General Hospital to go into the maelstrom that is the waiting rooms at Cavan and Drogheda A&E departments, sometimes for hours on end, dealing with staff in those hospitals that are absolutely overstressed and overburdened. So I have to say, Minister Donnelly, don't you dare say that the removal of services at Monaghan Hospital or any other place led to better services elsewhere, because there's precisely no evidence of that. In fact, Monaghan was actually given, this was the SOP, a minor injuries unit, which is actually a very good service, but it only operates 5 days a week from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, by far the shortest opening hours of any MIU in the state. And if those services were actually expanded, it would actually ease the pressure on GP services that are extremely stressed, and also A&E services. But when I asked you directly, Minister Donnelly, to ensure the expansion of these hours, your response to me was that it's an operational matter and that there are no plans to extend the opening times of the minor injury unit at Monaghan Hospital. But then I look at my local paper last week and it says a Fianna Fáil senator is informed that the minister is willing to engage on extending opening hours at the MIU. So which is it? Is it an operational matter, or is this Fianna Fáil once again playing politics? So we'll know soon enough, because we'll know when the vote on this motion takes place. Because any representative from County Meath and the surrounding areas that votes for the government amendment, knowing the experiences that have happened in Monaghan and elsewhere, then they are knowingly voting for the removal of services at their local hospital. They are knowingly voting for increased pressures at Drogheda A&E. And if any representative, I have to say this, from Cavan or Monaghan votes for the government amendment, well, all they're showing is that they have learned nothing from the experiences of the people of our county. And I have to say, Cathaoirleach, shame on them if they do so.